entertainment, current events, and Hollywood. Don't miss Creator to Creators, hosted by the filmmaker Meosha, known for the Shudder hit documentary Horror Noir and the acclaimed film Anatomy of an Anti-Hero, Redemption. This show features interviews with filmmakers and creatives from around the globe. Join the fun with guest celebrities and gain valuable insights. Subscribe now and follow Creator to Creators.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Creators to Creators today. Today we have a very special guest. Whoever wants to go first, go for it.
Hi, my name is Shaundraey E Carmichael, and I am one of the executive directors of the Bloody Peach Film Festival.
I'm Emily Jane, and I am also one of the executive directors. Hi.
Awesome. Welcome. Good to see you guys. It's been a minute.
Yes, it has. It was last year, actually, when we saw you in person in April of last year.
Right. Wow. Time is flying, but I'm so glad to talk to you guys. I love going back to the beginning. I think the beginning is always chart our trajectory in life, our little habits we pick up along the way, follow us into our adulthood. Whoever wants to start first, tell me a little bit about your childhood. What was that like? And how did you guys, you guys find your way into doing the things you're doing now?
Okay, well, I started out in chorus. That's how I got into the performing arts, performing as a child in chorus. And then it led to me becoming the vice president and the president of my,
Right.
I became the vice president and the president of our drama club at Atlanta
Okay.
Metropolitan College, but now it's Atlanta Metropolitan State College. So the 2 years while I was there, learning my studies before I transferred to Georgia State University, there I opened up the musical compartment of our theater. So we did musicals and we
Nice.
did parodies, like SNL parodies. And that's
Nice.
how I got into it. But as a child, I was always writing my own skits with my cousin Marcelo, not physically writing them,
Yeah.
but we would always act out scenes from soap operas and things from procedural crime dramas like Hunter, that's probably before your time, Hunter, Katney and Lacey, and Miami Vice. So that's where I got my start from, as early as maybe 4, just doing the skits. And sometimes we would, at like the news reporter, sometimes we would, be meteorologists. We always had a big imagination. So my cousin Marcelo and I, we would do those things as kids. And then my mom encouraged the performing arts. My family encouraged the performing arts, and that's how I got into it. It started with the singing and chorus and the acting, and that's how I got started.
Nice. That's awesome.
I also started in the chorus in church and doing church plays, and I loved it. I love being in front of people and encouraging people. We also used to like come up with different little plays and skits for like the talent show in school. And like when we would just play house growing up, I would be like, y'all are not taking this seriously enough. That's me too, though. In a nutshell, I also started out singing and being in plays. And I watched the movie The Man in the Moon when I was
Mhm.
12 with Reese Witherspoon. And that was actually my first, like, oh my God, I was about the same age and I was just watching this girl who's my age on screen. And I was thinking, dang, you can make a living doing this? I want to do that. And I just, as an adult, I actually did Amway for a minute when I was in my like 18, 19. And like these people were talking about, you can do anything and be anything. And I was like, I could really do anything. So I looked up and on the newspaper and found some acting classes and just stayed in it and just kept humping it for years and years and years until I finally made it to producer, and then I directed a film, and here I am.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. I love to, also talk about your origin and your friendship, obviously. You guys together, you both are from very different parts of Atlanta area, right? Tell us, your background and how your creative journeys begin and intertwined.
We met, I answered when we did the games that children play, Shaundraey wrote and was producing and directing the games that children play.
Hmm.
and I answered, I think it was a Craigslist
Yeah, you
ad
answered the
in the
Craigslist
paper.
ad. That's
Wow,
what it was. It was
Craigslist.
like, yeah, Craigslist. So we did this in
Amazing.
2012. That's when we had auditions in 2012, and it was Craigslist, and
Wow.
that's how she auditioned for us, for my friend Dominique and I. Dominique and I, we directed the film together.
Yeah.
Wow. That's when Craigslist was actually, I guess, safe.
Yeah, no, this one it was kind of bad too
No, it
Really?
because
Was
wasn't.
it?
yeah, before that, like
When-
before it was like before that, before all that happened, they had this guy that was called the Craigslist Killer.
Oh
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. That's incredible though. So you go there and then after that you guys just, became fast friends and it was like, all right, let's, create. Like, I mean, it's really hard to connect with people in this industry, right? That you truly vibe with, that you truly can create and connect with. What do you think was the through line to keep coming back to what you guys have, this dynamic?
So what was it was for me was her professionalism and how
Hmm.
she got along with all of our cast members because we had to recast that film 3 times. Three times while we
Wow.
were filming it, like, and it was leads. So
Wow.
what we ended up with was a friendship that we have, but that we still have now, even though we don't see each other as much as. And when you interview Ronesha Strickland, she'll probably tell you about it. She came on as our first AD, and we have been collaborating on each other's projects ever since then. I directed one of her episodes for her series, MJ acting in it. And I don't think Henry, he wasn't in that, but Henry did something else with Ronisha. That's another friend of ours, and you're going to be interviewing him at the end of the month. But that's what happened. And I knew that she knew how to write and produce because she got everyone in order. When we were on set, we had this one lady was like, oh my goodness, like she had an issue with everyone, but she was like, we're gonna get her today. I was like, we gonna keep professional, to keep everybody in line. And that's what she did, and that's how I knew that she was a leader, and I knew that we would be collaborating, in the future.
That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, it's yeah, you guys work so well together and it's wonderful. So I'm curious, how do you balance, because I'm sure you guys have creative differences and trying to find that middle ground of, coming together where it works and, working together on different projects. How do you balance creative differences?
Well, I know with Emily and I, because we both Virgos, so everything is
Oh,
always
well, there you go.
uh, we write out everything. I guess we have everything on paper first so we can see it. I guess that's how we work. Is that how we work?
I think it's just that we maintain the balance of like in my head, I'm like, Shaundraea is the boss. Like she's the one with the ideas. And so she'll ask me like, what do you think about this? Should we do this? And I'll throw an idea out there and she'll be like, I'll think about that. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Or no, I don't think that vibes. Like, so we just kind of, we just keep a respect to each other and don't take offense if, the other one doesn't like each other's ideas. We just keep it moving because we all have the same end goal in mind.
Yeah. I think it's all
Exactly.
about listening
Mhm.
Yeah.
and listening to each other's ideas. And I think what is happening, reason some people cannot get to the next level, sometimes in the industry or just in other type of industries, is because no one wants to listen to the other person. No one likes to collaborate and they just want to do everything all by themselves, but you have to work as a team. And I know I have a great team. Like, but we have a great team. Like
Yeah.
MJ can vouch that we have a great team,
Yeah.
with Peach. And you was a part of our team, and we was grateful for you when you was there for years 23, 24, and have 2025. You really helped us out as the vice chair for Bloody Peach Film Festival, being on our board. Like you really gave out some great ideas, and we have used those ideas to get to where we are now. And
Awesome.
I'm excited, and I'm excited, for MJ because she's the one that came up with the name. I did not come up with the name. She had
Oh,
a dream about
okay.
the name. I didn't come up with Bloody Peach. I was just calling it a horror
Really?
sci-fi film festival. And she introduced the fantasy last year. She introduced the fantasy component to the film festival last year, and she came up with the tagline.
Wow. Very cool.
Mhm.
I just dreamed it
Andrea
and
was
it was
Yeah, she had the I was like Bloody Peach Film Festival. I was not calling it that. I was calling
hmm,
it a horror sci-fi thriller film festival. She had the dream and she came up with Bloody Peach Film Festival.
that's
Yeah, she was like,
awesome.
I got this idea for this film festival. What are we gonna call it? She was like, we could call it this, or we could call it this. She was like, man, we got to come up with a name. And she
Mhm.
just planted that seed in my head, and I just couldn't. I just kept thinking about it, and I was like, it's there. It's on the tip of my tongue. I know what it should be. And yeah, it
Called
just
me
like I couldn't
2 a.m.
sleep
in the
one night.
morning.
5 in the morning, I text
Yes.
her and I was like, bloody peach. And I see it in my head. I see a peach and it's got blood dripping off the end of it, and our logo is right across the middle.
That's
God
Wow.
talks to you
with me.
sometimes.
That's yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And what does the name like represent to you and the filmmaking community you serve?
So Bloody Peach, because we live in Georgia,
Hmm.
peach is because we are a peach state.
Hmm.
And the bloody part just comes from, like all horror genres gonna have some type of blood in it, regardless if it's a thriller, someone getting stabbed. Okay, gory blood. Sci-fi, we have Alien, that's bloody. So that's how that concept works, saying together Bloody Peach, the state, and because blood is always involved in each horror genre.
Yeah, it originally
Absolutely.
was like horror was number one. So that's why it started as just the bloody peach, and it just stuck
Hmm.
because it just flows.
Hmm.
Absolutely. I love that. So I love asking this question, and there's no wrong answer, I promise. But the three levels of influence: money, power, and respect. If you could choose only one of those things, which one would you choose and why?
I would probably choose the money. And I'm saying that because we already have a little bit of power because of positions that we are in, or, positions that people are in. We already have power. We already have respect because we respect ourselves. We respect people around us. The money is just going to enhance our vision, but I will never allow the money to change me because I'm already the person that I am. Some people, when they get the money or these, management positions or higher positions, they allow the money and that power to make them change their personality. But I will not change my personality because I'm already a people person. I like people, but I don't like to see people suffering or going through anything. And I don't want to belittle anyone that doesn't have more than I have because I was taught those values, as a child, to always be friends with people, even if they don't have a lot of things or like a lot of material things. You can always still be friends with them because they can always help you in different ways instead of monetary ways. And that's how we was always taught in my family to view people and how to treat people who was less fortunate than we were. So I would say money.
Great answer. Emily?
I agree with Shaundraya. I mean, because we're already with money, we're already respectful people, and so you get what you put out there. And so if we maintain our integrity and our respect, then with money you can do great things. And there's like this taboo about money that like, oh, you're gonna be evil. And yeah, you just have to stay true to yourself. And with the money is opening the doors so that we can continue to make our visions come to life, because we live in a world that you just can't get by without it, unless you want to go live in a hut in the woods, and that's cool. I'm not against anybody that wants to do that either.
Right.
Sometimes I do that, shoot. But like just recenter. But yeah, with the money, just and giving respect myself, then I will receive that anyway. So that's all good. Power, I don't necessarily need it. You have to maintain it sometimes because there has to be, in order to get things done. But yeah, just respecting people, what Shaundraya said. We just all have to, even the little guys, we need everybody. Everybody's a part of the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge. And you know what? I think that's a great answer because a lot of people like to say, respect, which is like the noble answer to say. But I mean, if the reality
People
was
thought.
just like if you it's yeah, it's a great thought, but like yeah, it takes money to make films, honestly, and to do and to do it on a great scale. Many artists work traditional 9 to 5 jobs while pursuing creative, arts and careers. But both of you understand that, reality firsthand, right? But what are the benefits of having a career outside of the arts while building a creative project?
Okay, so me coming from arts administration, I was able to help and assist artists, with grant funding that was provided with the city of Atlanta. And I see their struggles. And sometimes we would talk about their struggles, through what based over the telephone, and I would help them to um process trying to be a vendor with the city of Atlanta. And I was like, some of them were working artists, not like me working 9 to 5. They were actually working artists, struggling, trying to make ends meet. I am a artist that works a 9 to 5. I'm not struggling that much. The only thing I'm struggling is providing funding for Buddy Peach Film Festival and my film projects. But just seeing that made me want to do the Buddy Peach Film Festival even more so I can put filmmakers that's in our genre, on a platform where people can see them, as filmmakers and, filmmakers, and also see them as, just being in that space, the arts administration, it opened up my eyes to a lot of, like these people are actually really struggling. They're struggling 9 to 5. But with a
Yeah,
9 to 5, it also helps you to fund your passion
right.
and fund your project. So that's a good thing about having the 9 to 5. The hardest thing is trying to work your 9 to 5, coming home
And
and
pursuing.
having to write a script,
Yeah,
going into your executive director role,
yeah,
you know, because that's big. And then it's like, hey, I'm in this workspace and they don't see me,
yeah.
you know. They see me as just working as administrative.
Hmm.
And I'm doing the same thing as the executive director is doing, but I don't get paid for it. You get what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Like I'm not on that setup. That's outside of work. And I always tell people that when you are inside of work, you are not less than anyone else that's in the top tier when you run your own business. You are just as important as they are, but that's outside of there. So do not feel like you are less than anything because you're still working your 9 to 5. And sometimes people in those spaces, you don't have you have people that do support you, your work friends. And I say you have work friends because people do have work friends. Some people are like, oh, you can't be friends with people at work. Sometimes you can't have friends that encourage you. And that's what I had while I was there, when I worked in
That's
my
great.
well where I was before. But yeah, I think that's what it is. It's very hard and it's difficult. But sometimes you have to push through it because you have your own dreams and you want to be your own boss. And sometimes you don't want to have to keep dealing with the 9 to 5, but that's what funds your passion and that's what funds it drives you to do more.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it's one of those things like I always tell people like, you got to really love what you do. You got to love this industry and also because like you said, it's really hard to it, have the time to put into because you're 9 to 5, you're tired by the time you have like a little bit of hours left to yourself. So a lot of people, yeah, it's just trying to find that balance of work and funding your career to make a film or to submit shorts or things like that. Yeah, I think a lot of filmmakers have a tough time with that balance for sure. Um, how can artists avoid burnout while balancing work, family, and creative goals?
I'm gonna let MJ gonna answer that because I know when she was filming, we were filming games that children play. Her son, he was he was young then. Yeah, he was real young. I'm gonna let
What
her.
what was the question again? Say that one more time.
Oh, how did you balance all that, your work, your life, your family, and not burn out, how do you not burn out when you have all these responsibilities while, making projects?
I time management, obviously. I mean, you have to how do you manage your time? You first thing is first is you have to schedule time to rest. You have to like put that in your calendar that I am not doing anything at this time on this day. You have to do the compartmentalize when you get home. Work stays there. I am giving you my attention. You are what's important to me right now, to as far as when you're home with your family. You can't be like talking about the stresses of the days and all the things. Avoid that topic of like, what did I do today? Let's talk. I want to know what you did today. How are you doing? And just you have to just make sure that in your calendar there's X amount of time for family, X amount of time that you set aside to do. And 15 minutes a day, it goes a long, long way. Just doing a little bit of something every single day, like really, really can do work wonders for you. So it's not easy and there's a lot of long hours, but like I said, you got to schedule yourself time in the month. It's not going to be every week, but in the month you got to schedule yourself a little time to play and let loose and breathe and do something fun.
Mhm.
Otherwise that's you'll really hit the burnout and you'll feel like, what am I doing all this for? So at least once a month for like one weekend or something, like do something fun with the whole family and like just focus on not doing work stuff so that you feel like there's the little bit of a release.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Great advice. If Bloody Peach Film Festival were a movie, what would the tagline be? And what film would you both agree is a masterpiece? What's a film that you say is a
Okay,
masterpiece?
so the Bloody Peach Film Festival, the film, it would be fantasy. It would be fantasy, horror, and sci-fi collide, and
Okay.
that's our tagline. So that's
That's
what type of
beautiful.
film that would be.
Okay.
Um, it would be funny though if it would be like Horror House Films, which is my production company. Do some Bloody Peach Film Festival. Like we plan to do something like that in the future,
Oh,
but.
okay.
If I could, if it would be like if we did a movie like that, that would be cool. That would be cool to have like at least three genres out of the horror genres incorporated
Right.
in one film. That would be something. My
That would be
nephew,
different.
my nephew Preem was like, "You need to do zombies." He said zombies, sci-fi, like aliens attacking, and what is that? Something else like a mass murderer, like um Freddy Krueger or something. That's too much going on. Like I don't know how to write something like that. That's a lot going on. That's a dream. Yeah, that's a lot because I never saw anything like that. Put together. But that's weird. Or he said zombies, werewolves. He said zombies, werewolves, and vampires. I said, well, you can't go out at all then.
Right.
Well, what type of film would that be?
I love it. That's good.
I feel like that would be an interdimensional film. And
Hmm.
as things are coming, as we're learning more about quantum physics and about like the different dimensions that are out
Right.
there right now that we're awakening to, that actually, I feel like that film would have to be an interdimensional film. It would have to be like, we go to this dimension and then it's like, there's not,
Hmm.
and we did this thing and then like, wow, we go over to this dimension and then it's like,
Yeah.
oh, unicorns, we can relax for a minute.
And
And
then
then
zombies come out.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. That's awesome. Yeah, what would be your masterpiece?
Of a film, of my film, like a film that I like, a Hollywood film.
Yeah. What would you
Oh,
call it? What would you say is a masterpiece for like a movie and that they just got it right?
There's
okay.
so many.
I'm going to say they got it right. I'm gonna give you one for each category. For a thriller, for me, The Silence of the Lambs got it right.
Okay.
Like I'm afraid of The Silence of the Lambs more than I'm afraid of Nightmare on Elm Street. because we know that's not real. So that's another one of my top, that's a masterpiece. And I'm going to say Alien. Like that really messed me up as a kid. I was like, I don't want to eat. Like I just couldn't eat no food or something. Like it really had me, in a chokehold. And for our community, Candyman, like that really had,
Oh yeah,
the black people
classic.
like what is going on and this is real and it had us in the chokehold. So yeah, those are my four masterpieces.
Nice. Uh,
I don't do as much of the horror stuff, so honestly, um, I'm just gonna say the first thing that popped into my head when you said a film masterpiece, I would say Pulp Fiction.
oh
Oh
It's
yeah.
yeah.
got it's got the, some comedy, it's got the
Mhm.
gangsters, it's got guns, it's got it's got some real stuff, like real, like you could connect with each character even though it was really far-fetched some of the things that was happening, but some of the things were actually really real. That do happen, that don't happen to everyone. And the way that he kind of told the story backwards, that was kind of like one of the intros to that. Now kind of everybody tries to do the backwards thing, even like TV shows, they'll go
Mhm.
backwards, but it was beautifully executed and kept you on your guessing and not knowing what the heck was about to happen till the very bitter end. And it was just that was a masterpiece to me.
Yeah, it was. I believe so too.
Great, great
And
films,
Kill Bill.
guys. Oh yeah, definitely. What was some of the challenges during that transition to now being in person, and where you guys are at now with Bloody Peach Film
Okay, well,
Fest?
our first in-person event, which was 2022, we tried to
Hmm.
make it the film festival, but it ended up being, you was a part of it, the Women in Horror,
Hmm.
with with us screening your films. We love that event. And we wanted to have it, what was that? We wanted to keep it going. We are going to keep it going, but then it'll be a part of our event. It was really helpful, to transition from that for that one day event into the virtual, which was 2024. That
Hmm.
was helpful as well. That was really good because we also saved money while we were trying to, raise funds. And then I think what happened is when I received the funding from Fulton County, it was later. So that's why we had to end up doing that festival virtual. Now that we receive a bigger portion from Fulton County and other donations and sponsorships, the festival has grown and we are very grateful to that because we really have some great sponsors, grants to nonprofits. So we're looking really to receive more federal funding, sponsorships from local businesses, regional businesses, and some of these beverage companies, like Hennessy, some of those to help us to spread the word of Bloody Peach Film Festival. I believe the word is spreading out. And I want to give
Yeah.
a kudos to our guests that are coming tomorrow to support us at Regal Theaters, Atlantic Station. We sold out 83 seats for a free screening of Scary Movie 6.
Awesome.
So we have all 83 seats filled. And
Awesome.
tomorrow is our goal to um, have some of our guests to purchase their tickets on site because right now it's a special with the tickets. So hopefully
Awesome.
we'll make some sales tomorrow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's exciting. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
That's exciting. What is the film that is going to be showing?
Scary
Is it a
Movie
scary
6.
movie? All
Yeah.
right. I just seen that.
Classic.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's a classic. It's classic. It's good to see all the gang back, So that's good. Um,
Mhm.
how can filmmakers and volunteers and sponsors and people like want to be a part of this and see this interview? How can they get in touch with you guys to help with the growth of Bloody Peach Film Festival?
So they can go to our website at www.bloodypeachfilmfest.com. Now we have the ticket, where they can purchase their tickets online. They don't have to go through Eventbrite. They can purchase tickets online. They can also email us at info@bloodypeachfilmfest.com. That's our email. They can also follow us on Instagram, Bloody Peach Film Fest, Facebook Bloody Peach Film Festival, and TikTok Bloody Peach Film Festival.
We love our
Nice.
volunteers, and we
Yes,
love
we
to
love
give
our
gifts
volunteers.
for anyone that volunteers. Like usually you do like a t-shirt or something while you're volunteering that you can keep or something. Like we love y'all. Keep it coming.
So this year, since we do have funding this year, they will receive swag bags this year, like our sponsors. So excuse me, the volunteers, they will receive swag bags. We're going to do a call for volunteers. So we'll do a call for volunteers. Close to the event day, a call for social media. We will do a call for volunteers and a call for media and a actual call for seat fillers, just in case we don't fill our seats. We'll do a call for them and models because
Okay.
we would need models to present the awards to the recipients for the awards this year. We are mirroring our award ceremony based on the Academy Awards and the Golden Globes.
Nice. Nice. That's awesome. Well, congratulations. And I'm sure it's going to be a success. I'm sure, I mean, you guys have been watching these shorts and projects that's been people been submitting. How some of the feedback, are you guys excited for all the new stuff, the content that's been received so far?
This year, I am so excited because we have all genres. We
Oh,
have
all
all the
right.
genres this year, and we have 4 student films, and I'm very excited about that because we only have 1 student film. So we have 4 student films. We have a total of 39 or 40 films out of 45 films that were submitted
Wow.
this year, so that's good for in person.
That's great.
Um, so the time is like from 10-minute films to 25 to 30-minute films.
Wow.
And they are all good films from different regions of the different regions in the United States. And the international films are phenomenal. Like they are really telling some wonderful stories,
Awesome.
from across, from our international filmmakers. And we have some senior filmmakers. It's a
Wow.
couple. I believe they're like 50. That the movie is
Wow.
phenomenal.
Wow.
Very good short film.
That's awesome. Congratulations. This
Thank
year's
you.
going to be pretty awesome. Pretty definitely hitting a milestone in Bloody Peach this year. Guys are killing
Yeah,
it.
we are definitely. It's going to actually be an experience, as the event planner is saying. She's like, it's going to be an experience, that people will never forget. And I'm just
That's
happy that we have a
awesome.
great team behind us. The board, the advisory board is just amazing, and we are grateful for them.
That's wonderful. Really quick, where can people contact you, like on social media, not just the board, like just individually if they want to get and follow you guys on social media, follow everything you guys got coming up.
And so I am Shaundraey Carmichael, well, Shaundraey E Carmichael. That's my Facebook info. And on Instagram, I'm Drea83 on Instagram.
Okay.
The easiest way to find me on Facebook is just using my email address, mgoddess.ej@gmail. That's EM for Emily and goddess.ej for Emily Jane. And then
Awesome.
on Instagram, it's just goddess MJ, goddess EMJ.
Nice. Well, thank you so much, ladies, for coming on. It was a pleasure talking to you guys. And again, congratulations. And everyone, go get those tickets. Go support, follow Bloody Peach Film Festival right now. And yeah, congratulations again. That was awesome. It's awesome.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for your
Absolutely.
time.
Thank you for your time.
Absolutely. And thank you all for listening. And always remember to live, love, laugh. We see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Bye.